Welcome to episode 3 of Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. Haven't heard from Blair today. He lives up in South St. Paul in the cities, and the driving conditions aren't very good. Let's go to the external camera to see if we can find him.
Late, Kirby's gonna kill me. I'm gonna be late.
Wow, looks pretty bad out there. I hope he's okay. Let's get started without him. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016.
Here I am, Coach. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Boy, I'm just glad you're safe. How are you?
Oh my gosh, it's so stressful out there. I have never seen roads like that before. I'm so stressed out at seeing yellow. It's crazy out there. It's just, I can't get it out of my mind.
Maybe it's because you got those goggles on.
Oh, shoot. Oh, it's a lot better.
That's a lot better. Hey, from pins to three-pointers, we got you covered, and we are ready to start on the hardwood.
Let's start. The Lady Knights dropped a pair of games last week, losing 71-46 at Pine Island, and then losing to top-ranked Goodhue by a score of 72-45 last Friday evening. The Knights' home game, which was scheduled for last night against ZM, was canceled and will be played in the Castle next Monday night. They don't get a lot of time to recuperate as Waterville Legion Morristown heads to town on Tuesday evening. Coach, your thoughts on the girls after that 0-2 week last week?
Well, you could tell that their confidence level wasn't very high. It's funny because they play teams like Cass and Manorville, and it seems like they have much more confidence. But when Goodhue came to town, it seemed like their confidence was lacking just a little bit. And I think what they need to do is realize they're a good team. They need to start playing like they're a good team, because I think they can do some damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're one of those teams that has a shot to get to the state tournament. And again, injury, sickness, they happen to everybody. It was a great turnout, though, for that doubleheader. And the girls play hard, but that Goodhue team is something special. So,
speaking of that Goodhue game, you can take a look at some highlights from the game from the KAAL studios on the webpage right now. All you got to do is click on that, and there's a video there from the people at the station in Austin. Thank you to them for coming up and supporting the girls and getting them on their tape.
Well, Kirby, the girls had a somewhat light week. The boys team is busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Last week,
That's pretty busy.
That's very busy.
That's pretty busy.
Last week, the Knights dropped games to Pine Island and Goodhue, and while the Knights were competitive in both games, the shots just weren't dropping. On Monday, we traveled to St. Peter and took on the 17-4 Saints, and St. Peter can shoot the lights out of the gym, and they have a tough defense that gave the Knights fits all night long. This whirlwind week continues on Friday night as the Knights host Hayfield, the Vikings, on Friday nights, our second-to-last home game. So we hope everyone can come out and watch us maybe get a win here in the Castle on Friday night. And on Monday, we'll play our postponed game rescheduled at ZM. And there'll be 3 games next week for the Knights. Coach, your thoughts on the season as we get to crunch time?
Yeah. The last 2 games, we've been really limited with size, and the other teams have taken advantage of that. Goodhue scored a bunch of points in the paint. Happened again on Monday against St. Peter. And if we're going to look to win some games here down the stretch, we have to improve our post defense. And to help our guys, we've been undersized. We're going to have to start doubling and fronting the post. And we can't let them get it down there because it's really been a thorn in our side. So, but looking ahead, Hayfield, I think we got a great shot. Played some tough D against him. The score wasn't indicative of how we played, but the defense is what is going to make or break the next few games.
Well, the guys keep working hard in practice, and be nice to see some of these seniors go out with a couple victories as the regular season comes to an end. Playoffs starting February 18th, so not a lot of basketball season left. So get on out there and cheer on those Knights to victory. Let's head to the mat now, where your second-ranked Knights took care of Zumbrota Mazeppa, the Cougars, last week by a score of 47-12. This matchup is always competitive, and the Knights showed why they are one of the favorites to win the state title.
I tell you what, ZM, I know they've had a record of 17-8, but they're still ranked in the top 12 in Class AA.
They're pretty good. Then over the weekend, your Knights went on a 3-0 run to win the Cannon Falls invite. They outscored their opponents Hopkins, Rochester John Marshall, and Plainview Elgin Millville by a combined score, wait for this, Kirby, 160-25. Talk about dominating.
Holy smokes. I don't know what else to say about that.
That's incredible.
Man. Well, it seems like each week we have some new individuals with honors on the wrestling team. This week, the Grapplers, Bradley Kish picked up his 100th win. Congratulations to Bradley. And his 50th pin. Meanwhile, buddies Jared Clowder and Luke Redskill both earned their 125th wins as night wrestlers. And I also want to make a correction from last week. Last week we said Seth Donkers had 50 wins. He actually has 75 wins. So we want to make sure we're clear on that. Congratulations to those boys. And I know they have one match coming forward as they go to LeSueur Henderson next week. And they are taking on, in the first of the triangular, United South Central. And then they final that up with, who do they play?
The
LeSueur Henderson Giants.
The Giants.
LeSueur Henderson Giants. And I know the Knights are looking to keep their momentum from Friday night against the ZM Cougars into this next week, but more importantly, into the playoffs as we get close to crunch time. Talk about the playoffs coming up for them.
Well, section's starting soon, and the Knights probably will be the favorite. You don't want to jinx them. You don't want to talk about the state tournament before you actually get there, but it's going to be fun. And Knight Nation, get prepared, because that last Thursday in February is going to be one heck of a night. I think if the Knights can get to the state meet, they have possibility of having 3 matches that day, and the last one will be the penultimate. That would be the state title match. And I tell you what, let's flood up Highway 52 and let's get there and let's fill the X.
Well, I know that their goal, and they're not going to be settled with anything less except getting to the Xcel Energy Center and winning one of these babies. State championship ring, Xcel Energy Center. Doesn't get any sweeter than that. Make the trip if they make it, and I know they won't settle for anything less than that. So let's go get it done, boys.
Absolutely. Did you have a chance to talk to someone from the wrestling team here recently?
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Jared Clowder and Seth Donkers about what they expect coming up forward in the triangular and in the playoffs. We're here with Seth Donkers and Jared Clowder of the wrestling team. Boys, excellent win Friday night against the Cougars. Tell us about that takedown.
It was nice just going there and blowing them up in their home gym. They've been a rival for us for a long time, and it's just nice going there and show them that we're better than them.
Yeah, and last year we lost to them in section finals, which was a big upset, and so it felt good to get some revenge on them.
It's always nice to beat the rival Cougars. Moving on, we got one more triangular this week on Friday.
Yep.
You face United South Central and LeSueur Henderson. Both section opponents. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We're just hoping to go in there, blowing them up, and show them that we're the best in the section.
Yep.
And playoffs. What are your playoff goals as a team?
Hopefully dominate Thursday night, and then on Saturday go and finish off the sections by winning our sections and going to state, and hopefully winning the state title.
That's good. Our main goal is just getting section title and then getting the state title.
All right, well, thanks to those young men. Great to hear from them, and we wish them the very best as they finish their season. Another congratulations goes out to more of our Knight Nation. Congratulations to Mason Stevenson and Alexa Christensen, KW High School seniors, who have been selected locally to represent our school in the Academics, Arts, and Athletics Award program.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Those kids need to be recognized for all their hard work they're doing, not only in the athletic field, but as in the academic room and in the arts room too. So the AAA, Academics, Athletics, and Arts, congratulations Mason and Alexa, way to represent us. Now switching gears, it was rocking in the Commons earlier today as the cheer team had their send-off to Florida.
Awesome.
They're going to the national meet in Orlando, and there's a bunch of teams that they are going to be facing, including 20 teams from Minnesota alone. Here's a live look-in, not really a live look-in, a couple hours ago look-in, to the send-off from the girls.
Here they come, they're so pumped! Heading to Florida. Good morning, Good Castle. Cream of the crop.
That was a great celebration, Kirby. Fun to have that send-off, fun to have that tunnel of humanity as those girls head out up to the airport. Wish them the very best luck. This is a big deal. We talked about it last week. This competition is going to be streamed on the ESPN family of networks this month. Good luck, girls. bring it home. One of the smallest schools in Minnesota ever to have this honor. Go out there and take it.
In fact, they're the only small public school this year
that's
that is
awesome.
from Minnesota that is in the national meet. Congratulations.
Well, to close off our show, we want to move outside the castle and talk about the biggest sporting event of the year. We want to know who you think is going to win Super Bowl 50. Use our poll to pick out the winner. Kirby, who do you got winning it all on Sunday? Panthers or Broncos?
Panthers or Broncos? I'm going with the Panthers because Cam Newton is unstoppable. However, Denver does have a good defense, but Carolina's defense is almost just as good as Cam Newton. Peyton Manning doesn't have a chance in the pocket. Carolina's going to be bringing lots of pressure, and I don't think the old 3-yard routes are going to make much difference to the Panthers. Panthers by 2 touchdowns or more.
Not so fast, my friend. I've got Denver. I got to go with Denver. Peyton Manning and I, roughly the same age. You got to go with the old timer. I want him to go out on top. About 15 years ago, we had this one's for John. Now, Sunday night, we're going to have this one's for Peyton. Good luck to the Broncos. It should be a great game. I hope in between all the food, everyone's going to watch it, and all the commercials, everyone's going to watch it. I hope it's just a great game.
Definitely. But no matter what happens, if I'm right, I get bragging rights. And if you're right, it never happened. So, I think that'll do it for today.
That'll do it, yes. On that note,
you have been watching Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. And on behalf of Blair, have a safe Super Bowl weekend, and more importantly, have fun. See ya. Hey, this is Kirby from Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. I just wanted to let you guys know that Blair and I have so much fun doing this. We love doing it because of the kids that walk through the doors. We love doing it because we love KW. And we just wanted to share an outtake with you from today's filming, so enjoy. Hey, it's Kirby, and I just wanted to give you guys some bonus features from today's episode. First off, you can check out the Republican Eagles article about the Knights wrestling big win over the ZM Cougars this past week. Click on it now to read the article. Also, if you're looking for more information about the cheerleading team and their big win up at the state meet this past weekend, you can click on their Facebook page. Also, the Facebook page has information about how you can watch the team as they head to Orlando this coming week. Finally, for the cheerleading team, the news station from Austin, Minnesota came up and had a little feature on the team. Click now to watch that little feature that the Austin station did. And finally, the Kenyan Leader had a nice news article about Mason Stevenson and Alexa Christensen, the 2 AAA award winners from KW. Click on that now to read the article. And finally, Blair and I just love doing this show. We do it because we love the kids that come through the doors and we love KW. And we just want to show you an outtake from today's episode that we think you would enjoy. Wow, looks like it's pretty bad out there. Let's start without him. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016. Hey, there he is.
How you doing there?
Hey,
Mr. B. How are things going? Roads are tough out there. It's bad. I started at 8 o'clock this morning. I just got here. I just got to town. I don't know if you saw, but I just got to town. Let's go. Let's do the show for the people.
It was that bad out there for goggles?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a bad drive. All I see is yellow. It's just terrible out there. I don't know. We have malaria or something. I don't know.
Well,
let's go.
Well, since you got yours on, I'll join you, Blair.
Let's go.
All right, let's start on the hardwood today.
Let's start on the hardwood. The Lady Knights dropped a pair of games last week, losing to Pine Island and Top Rate Goodhue last Friday evening. The Knights game at home last night against ZM was postponed and will be playing. We gotta start the whole thing over. I can't do it. You're making me die. I can't read anything. All right, let's just not do this bit.
No, it's great. It's great.
Okay.